Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Start Collecting Demons of Nurgle. It's true, I've gone full Nurgle. I was warned about going full Nurgle. One should never go full Nurgle, but I've gone and done that. So apparently it's in this box right here. We're gonna open it. So what do we have? Well, some airbags. We have finally the box of Death Shroud Bodyguards, which there'll be a separate unboxing, separate review of. We'll get that out very soon. Probably already is out actually. Start Collecting Demons of Nurgle. So just take this out. Oh, and then what do we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, the Start Collecting box of Tyranids. I do have a small Tyranid force that I've been building up, and this is the, I want to say, old Start Collecting box. I don't think you can get this available anymore, but the new one is coming out in a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd get this one before it's sold out. A good job I did, because I can't find it anywhere else at the moment. So I'll be doing an unboxing and review closer to the time of their new codex release. And yeah, I will be getting their codex, much like I'll be getting the Eldar one. So stay tuned to the channel for them. But the main focus for this unboxing and first look is this Start Collecting Demons of Nurgle set. You get 17 miniatures. It will cost you £50. So the maths cat has done her sums, and with this Demons of Nurgle box set, it's going to save you £33.50. So that's a pretty good saving when you think about it. All of these models, if you bought them separately, would cost you £83.50. This set is £50, so that's a good £33.50 saving. You get the 3 plague drones, you get the 10 plague bearers, you get Herald of Nurgle, and you get 3 bases of Nurglings, everyone's favourite little miniature. So yeah, as you can see, it gives you a good colour sort of scheme. For the flesh, they go for Zandri Dust with Athonian Camoshade and Ushabti Bone and Screaming Skull. And for the flesh of the plague bearers, they go with actually a base of Deathworld Forest, Biel Tan Green, Nurgling Green and Pallid Witch Flesh. I'd like to do them that kind of green, so we'll see. So yeah, I think £50 is quite decent for this set, considering it'll give you a good boost. What I'm planning on with my Death Guard army is I'm planning on having 30 plague bearers anyway, and probably 6 plague drones. So I'll probably plan on getting another one of these sets at some point in the future, along with just a separate set of plague bearers. So what do you get in the box? Well, it says Warhammer Age of Sigmar on the top there. It doesn't say Warhammer 40,000 anywhere, but all of these models, with the exception of the Herald, are in the Death Guard Codex. I really think that they should have Warhammer 40,000 on this as well, but there we go. So this is what you get. So these are your plague bearers, it looks like. Quite straightforward. Lots of little options. It looks like the torsos fit in the legs area, but you've got a different selection of torsos. You've got lots of little Nurglings that are separate, it looks like, which is great. And then piles of like maggots and intestines or whatever they are. Different heads, some with like gills and things. Yeah, a fair bit of detail. Look at that one with all the horns and some plague swords. There's an icon there. There's the pole for the icon. You've got all these little hands, which is odd. They've only got like 3 fingers. Some more with like branches coming out of them. Very impressed. They look like bagpipes or something. That's what I want to say, but there we go. So yeah, a load of detail on those. Really big sprue. Not too many gaps either. So that's all your plate bearers. Just the I want to say one sprue because it is connected. Then you get your one sprue of Nurglings. They're quite straightforward. You could just bundle them together. But I think it's so cool that you get 7 of them just in one sort of model with all this detail, with the claws and the horns. It's just brilliant. So yeah, lots of these little Nurglings and separate ones. So I think it's up to you. I don't think you have to put them all on one base. I think you could grab a couple and put them on a Death Guard base maybe, if you've got a character or whatnot. So yeah, that's really cool sprue. That's what your Nurgling sprue is all about. Then you've got the Herald of Nurgle. He gets his own sprue with this big plague sword and detailed sort of base even. He's just pointing. He's got all of his innards and stuff coming out. Then you've got a little Nurgling on there holding a head. So that's the Herald of Nurgle. And then you've got the plague drones. So you get all these bases. So you get these 3 big bases for the plague drones. Oh, you even got a 4th base. So you get 4 bases there. That's a little bit odd because there's only 3 plague drones, but I'm assuming these 3 bases are for the Nurglings actually. So yeah, maybe those bases aren't for the Nurglings, but they're the 3 for the Nurglings. So that's great. They're the 3 for the plague drones. Herald gets his own base that's separate for some reason, and then all the plague bearers get these little. I think I want to say 32mm bases. So yeah, so you get all those bases too. Plague drones, they come on these sort of clear stands. Just plonk them on there somehow. Not quite sure how you're going to do that unless you sort of drill through. It shouldn't be too difficult. And then these are the plague drone models themselves. So I really do like the wings. I'm not going to paint them the black that they have done. I'll probably paint them sort of similar, sort of Mortarion wings. So then all the wings in this sort of Death Guard Nurgle army are consistent. But you got a little plague sword. You get an icon. You get some death's heads, I think. Get these like claws off of the drones themselves. You get different heads. Yeah, so this is a complete learning curve for me. I mean, this is, I suppose you could say, this is my first sort of Warhammer Age of Sigmar box set, but I'm going to be using them for the 40k army. So, and then that's one sprue, and then you get well, another sort of big sprue with the other 2 plague drones on. And again, it's got bells, death's heads, their wings, the heads of the plague drones. Some kind of tentacle, it looks like tentacle type tongue thing with a mouth on the end of it. Looks horrific. Yeah, weird sort of head with a horn, and then a very sharp, spiky sort of plague sword with a head on. All kinds of things going on. Yeah, lots of pitted, spot-ridden sort of skin. So yeah, so that's the plague drone set, and then you get more stands for the bases, and then you get all of this. So what is all of this? Well, here you've got instructions for plague drones. It says Sigmar and 40k, and then you've actually got the. This is pretty cool. So yeah, you've got the index book there. I don't know whether it actually says anything about Warhammer 40,000 in this index, but it looks very similar to the Death Guard one, with the Death's Heads, the Plague Swords, the Disgustingly Resilient even, and the Demonic 5+ save. So that's the Plague Drones. The Herald of Nurgle gets his own like little sheet, I think he'd normally be in a clamshell pack if you want to get him separately. So that's him. That's his instructions. Plague Bearers of Nurgle. This takes me back. This is sort of old school sort of instruction book. But look, you get you even get that little Nurgle doing a little handstand. Okay, well, now we know it's worth the entry price alone just for that. So that's the Plague Bearers Nurgle. Then you get the Nurglings. Again, it shows you how to huddle them all up onto one base. Yeah, they're probably one of the most easiest models ever to build. And then you get next steps. This is obviously, you know, Age of Sigmar. Now, I do like the Glock King, massive model, looks really cool, especially with this dude on the top. But I like this Morbid X Twispawn. I like this Nurgle type creature thing. Now, I don't really like the Beast of Nurgle model that Games Workshop do. It's in Finecast, which I haven't really had any issues with, but I just don't really like the look of it. It looks like this horrible, like, mutilated slug thing, but I don't really think it fits in as much as other Nurgle models or Death Guard models. So I was actually thinking, put it in the comments below if you think it's a good idea, to have one of these, but the one with sort of puke spitting out as a Beast of Nurgle. What do you guys think? Do you think it's too big? Do you think it would overshadow a spawn? Because I've got a Chaos Spawn somewhere, an old metal one, that I'm going to have as a Chaos Spawn because I don't like the new ones. But the Chaos Spawn would probably be about that big. But obviously he would be, you know, twice the size of a Chaos Spawn. But maybe a Beast of Nurgle possibly is bigger than a Chaos Spawn. But there you go. Put it in the comments below if you think I should get one of these. I'll obviously do an unboxing and review, but that's what my main sort of thought was when I first saw it. I mean, if I could somehow not have him on the top, I mean, it'd sort of work with the Demons of Nurgle, but if I could sort of not have him on the top and just have the beast thing himself, then I'd be more inclined. But tell me what your thoughts are, put it in the comments below, and then you get this Gluggerous Plague Band. So you get the Herald of Nurgle, Plague Drones, Plague Bearers, and Unit of Nurglings, and it just says abilities: Impossible Resilience, Demons of Nurgle, notoriously difficult to kill, wounds heal in an instant. In each of your hero phases, you can return one slain model to each unit from the Plague Band that is within 7 inches of the battalion's Herald of Nurgle. That's pretty cool, but that is, you know, an Age of Sigmar datasheet kind of ability. But there you go. I'm really impressed with this set. I'm really looking forward to building all the models, especially those plague drones. What I'll do is I'll go away, I'll build them, and I'll then do a review of the set of all the models, but most likely you'll see individual reviews of these units before I do a full review of the set, so stay tuned for those. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Papa bless.